Mm, yes.
Okay. She was wanting to know if she has any negative programming that could be cleared.
Yes, it's good to start clearing those. They are no longer needed. Um, there is one on the uh, base of the close to the bladder. Actually, is putting a pressure on the bladder, or it's basically taking the space
Hmm.
because over there is a good place to fill up things because it's flexible in the human body, so many things can fit in there. So she has, and it's in the form of like a circle, like a heavy weight uh, in the sphere shape, and it's in like a metal, like a iron uh, material,
Hmm.
and it's basically like third dimensional programming that is main third dimensional programs that are running on the planet, which is slavery to the system, like working for somebody, and um, all all that all that system, basically programming of being some kind of enslaved to the system.
And is there a
So
way that you can clear that negative programming for her?
yes, I will.
Thank you
I
for
will
that.
remove it. And just so, I mean, if you want to know how it looks like, the it looks like a blackberry that was put on the um, even slaves and prisoners, so they cannot escape.
Hmm.
So it's difficult. They were um, put into the ankle to the leg, so they were basically free. I mean, there was no chain. They could walk free, but it was very difficult for them to walk because that thing was so heavy, and there is no way to run.
Hmm.
and and it looks heavy actually. So I will remove it. I'll just lift it up and take it away because there's no way to just dissolve it in the body. It needs to be like physically, not physically, it looks like physically, but entirely removed.
Okay. Joanna was wanting me to ask about her bladder too. Is there anything going on with her kidneys that you see?
Um, let me just finish a little bit with this.
Okay.
Uh, bladder, I will just, I removed it, and I will place the white light and the pink light, and I'm gonna put unconditional love
Mm-hmm.
in there.
Very nice.
Yes, she's been lacking of unconditional love. I mean, to give,
Mm-hmm.
um, to give to others so they can feel, and let's say that can be a place she can share it from, even if it's a little bit odd
Mm.
place to share it from, but it actually doesn't. It's not important where it comes from. And the kidneys, let me check the kidneys. Uh, yes, the kidneys has something over them too. It's like it's a some kind of consciousness that is growing over the kidneys. But it's also some kind of programming.
Mm. Can you tell what it is?
Um, it's from it's a etheric. It's something like it's a manifestation of artificial intelligence that they are trying to first energetically manifest in order to physically put it on people, and it comes through social media, so it doesn't go to the brain, not to everybody. So they target places that are already affected somehow,
Mm.
let's say organs that are already weak. um, so because she doesn't drink too much water, her kidneys are vulnerable. uh, so it's a etheric version of artificial intelligence that is not physically manifested yet, but it's like a trial that they are implementing in humans through social media.
Okay. And can you clear that for her as well?
Yes. So it's like a, let's say, programming, addictive programming to the
Mm.
social media.
And is there a way that she can protect herself from having that again?
Um, yes, it's being conscious that they can use it or do something like that. So consciously doing things like, let's say, watching TV or watching YouTube or watching anything, and being conscious, being in the present moment, not to be led by and hypnotized by the waves that are sent,
Mm-hmm.
then it's it's possible to just, because the light workers are able to be conscious of what is going on. That's how they can protect themselves. And third dimensional people, where they just fell into this trap, unfortunately. So they would need some kind of shield, but light workers are um, higher vibration. So being aware, it's good enough, let's say.
Okay.
So this is like a mole. It looks like a mole over the kidneys. It's like a web. Like if you zoom into the mole, it's actually a web of fungus, and it looks exactly the same like a web. And artificial intelligence, it's a web. So you can see it like that. I will remove it actually with the high vibration. It will be easier because it's just like a fungus. It's very, very tiny things.
Okay. Just let me know when you're done.
Okay, I'm done.
Thank you for that. Could you also help Joanna with her? She has the thyroid disease. She was wanting to get a check with her pituitary gland. Could you possibly do that as well?
Yes.
Okay.
So I cleared it with the white light,
Mm-hmm.
and I put also unconditional love over there.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just to basically protect the brain from the any waves, or because unconditional love is the highest vibration, so that way you don't need protection. You can, I mean, it just, not everything will dissolve.
Mm.
Touching that, everything will dissolve, and that way the pineal gland also can be protected, because before something get to the human pineal gland, it needs to go through the pituitary gland, and when you are on your phone, the wave is sent from the phone directly to your pituitary gland, going directly to the pineal gland.
Hmm. Okay.
So that way it will be dissolved before getting anywhere.
And could you also do a quick body scan on Joanna to see if there's any other problems, any blocks that she may have?
On the base of the heart,
Mm-hmm.
there is another programming, and it looks like a fuse. It is like a shape of the fuse, when the fuse that you put to the devices that can break, I mean, could break, and then you need to replace it with a new one. So it looks like that. It has metal parts and crystal part, and but it's a programming, and it's a programming that people are bad. All kind of people, I mean, it's all people are bad because that's how the people, or how that's how the human race is, and the programming is that there is no hope for humanity.
Mm.
And it's strategically placed in the heart, close to the heart chakra, so it's distorting the heart chakra.
Now, is this another AI programming, or is this just something that Joanna's picked up along the way?
The programming that has been developed um, by the lower vibration beings that want the light workers to not to succeed in their missions, and also to humanity to put something in there, so it gives the information such as don't trust other people because people are bad, and there's no hope, you know, that there's no point to have hope,
Mm.
or to be alone or away from humans, because simply it's easier and not that painful.
Mm-hmm.
And that thing cause that you manifest for yourself the lower vibration timelines, where actually humanity is uh, not that good
Mm.
for each other.
Was there a specific way that Joanna kind of picked this programming up?
um, yes, it's been programmed through television
Mm-hmm.
for uh, since she was a child.
Mm-hmm.
So there was a period of time when she was watching news, and and lots of TV basically.
Okay.
And this is the time when she picked those things up.
Mm-hmm. And is this something that you can clear for her as well?
Yes, been clearing. I already removed it, and now placing a few kinds of light, like green, yellow, and green and yellow, and also placing some more of unconditional love. So because it's needed
Mm-hmm.
in start to injecting that in humanity. It's time.
May I ask why you placed green and yellow light in there? Is there a
Well, green because it goes with the heart chakra, and that thing was like interfering with the heart chakra.
mm-hmm.
So just to make a balance, to so basically that light is spinning.
Mm-hmm.
The light is spinning, and it goes like the heart chakra, so it's just picking up the momentum exactly like the heart chakra. And yellow because yellow is like lower vibration representation of so from the yellow you can just jump to white light, but because the heart chakra soon it's going to become a white light, so it's not going to be green anymore, but it was not able to be white, so it's going to be beaming white light, not a green light.
Okay.
It's like an upgrade, but because it's not the moment to place a white light, the yellow light is like making a space to later on in incorporate the white light in like a phase. I mean, it's not gonna happen like now of the sudden the heart, it's gonna be like in stages, so it's
Okay.
like incorporating into the stages already.
And that's something that's just happening on its own.
uh, yes,
Mm-hmm.
some things, I mean, it's 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 not happening on its own because there's need to be work on of the soul. So basically the the job of each one of you is to consciously raise your vibration, but obviously you don't have to be aware of everything that is happening when your vibration is raised, especially if the consciousness is not that expanded. In the fifth dimension, you will be aware exactly what is happening and you can actually see what is happening. But let's say at this point, most of you are not aware, don't have to be aware, or it's not in the reach of your consciousness to see how your energetic body look like. So at this point you just have to know that you have to raise your vibration, and you don't need to know the specifics of that. We are in charge of, your higher self is in charge and looking over what is exactly happening to your body or energetic body. Your job is to be aware and work on raising your vibration through meditation or feeling good, or spending your time the way that makes you feel good and joyful. and staying away of things that lower your vibration, and the rest we gonna do the rest.
Very good. Sounds like we're all in good hands.
Yes, everybody are with their own guides,
Hmm.
and the changes are happening on the level that everybody agreed to.
Perfect.